How's it going, everybody? Ryebread here today, and we are here with a brand new series and a brand new game for you guys. We're going over to the hard court. We're going to NBA 2K, and we will be doing a MyLeague rebuild. Now, I'm going to add my own spin to it because I've seen a lot of 2K rebuilds on YouTube. I'm going to treat it more like I do my NHL series. And we're going to break it up a little bit. I've seen a lot of series do it like 3-year rebuild challenge, 5-year at most kind of thing. We're just going to take this and make it as much of a dynasty as we can. And hopefully we can go ahead and win ourselves a few championships, get ourselves some rings. But I will be doing my league, no my GM, because spoiler alert, I don't want my first round pick being traded for Michael frickin' Beasley. So there we go. We'll stick with the current NBA teams. We'll leave all that. We're starting in the regular season, so no redo of the draft. I'll show you guys the setup options here. We're just going to leave all that as is. I'm not playing any of the games, so that's fine. I'll just bump that up to 12 minutes anyway. 82 games, which is exactly what it is. Everything's going to stay the same. I am going to turn progressive fatigue off, but leave team chemistry and rule changes on. Salary cap and everything there is going to be the same. Trade logics, everything's going to be the same. As much as I hate the Stepien rule, the Stepien, yeah. Anyway, injuries, we will leave those on, so this way I'll have to make myself a bench. We'll go ahead and put that up to All-Star. Superstar, why not? I don't think it actually matters whatsoever, but there we go. Draft class quality, we will bump it up to 63, just a little bit of a boost, because when we get later on down the road, we'll go ahead and get ourselves some prospects that, aren't terrible, but I will be using real live draft classes that people have created. Another great thing about this game, if you're one of my NHL viewers watching 2K for the first time. But now it's time to show you guys what team I am selecting. And yes, you should have seen it already by the thumbnail and by the title of this video. We're going to go ahead and go to LA and take over the Los Angeles Lakers. Now they're in a tricky spot right now because they're pushing towards the playoffs in real life, but as far as how they do in 2K simulations, they don't do all that well. So as far as everything, we're going to keep everything the same. And here we go, boys. We're going to get ourselves into a 2K rebuild. So let's see how this goes. And yes, Professor 2K, that's who we'll be using at Prof 2K Tweets for the draft class. That's his Twitter handle. And we will be using his 2018 and 2019 draft classes. But not anything after that. I think he's got a 2019. We'll worry about that when we get there. I'll use it. But I am going to use the 2019 draft class. So there we go, Professor 2K. No, I'm not going to add any storylines because I don't want some of the top players getting, a torn ACL in college or something like that. But here we go. So now it's time to go ahead and check out the roster we have. And our best player is Julius Randle. He's on an expiring deal, so I want to see how much he's going to want. He's undecided, but he's going to want about $26 million. Brook Lopez surprisingly only wants $16 million. So, but Isaiah Thomas is going to want $23 million, and we already have our point guard of the future here. So if I'll just sort by position here for you guys. Yes, that's right. Lonzo Ball is going to be our man, and we're going to run with him, and we're going to let him take the reins from day one. Isaiah Thomas probably will be used in a trade here, and then we'll use Tyler Ennis as our backup here. Then we have KCP here as our shooting guard with Hart as our backup. And Hart's actually not that bad as far as what his attributes are looking like. I mean, he's a decent he's a pretty good three-point shooter. I shouldn't say decent. He's pretty good. He's 22, and I'm going to scroll all the way down. And yeah, 78 potential. So he's got potential to be a very, very solid bench piece. So I will keep him. Brandon Ingram, only 20 and 80 overall. Is three-point shot. Okay, this one's decent. I'm going to call this one decent. And we'll go all the way down to his potential. And I think 84 is not bad, but I will use untapped potential on him for sure in the offseason to get him to go even higher. Probably that would get him to an 87. Luol Deng, another contract. I got to get off the books. This one, if we go ahead and check out his contract here, for a 73 overall 32-year-old, $18 million through 2019 is not exactly what I'm looking for. Julius Randle, I kind of have a feeling I want to keep Julius Randle, but we do have Kyle Kuzma here. So we might move Randle to the center because I am thinking about trading away Lopez here. He's a 79. I mean, he only wants like $17 million a season, but again, I think we can get some decent value for him now. We've got Ivica Zubac here, and he's a 72, but he's got 78 potential. I know that off the top of my head. And Thomas Bryant here as well. So Channing Frye off the bench behind Kuzma. Then we'll have Randall with Zubak coming off the bench here. Small forward, we'll have Ingram. I might have to sign someone or trade someone in, throw someone in a piece. KCP and Hart, and then Alonzo, it'll be gone, and Alonzo will be staying. Isaiah Thomas will be gone. I am not trading away Lonzo Ball, that is for sure. So for Isaiah Thomas, I just want to see what we could get. He's only on a $6.26 million deal, so I think that is, I mean, that's nice, and we're going to be able to trade with a lot of teams for that. He's got 3-star trade value. We could go ahead and get ourselves Malcolm Brogdon, but again, that doesn't help our point guard situation. Go ahead and get Jordan Clarkson back. I mean, that's not bad. We get rid of Luol Deng's contract, but still, I don't want those. We can get Swap Best with the 76ers. That's 2019 Kings first. Patrick Beverley, Montrezl Harrell. Nope. I'm going to keep looking here. I saw Taurean Prince. There's a first. Wait, so Isaiah Thomas and a first, but we have to take on Batum's contract, and we get their first as well. Yep, there's Michael Beasley. I don't want him at all. I don't want anything to do with him. But there's the Pelicans, Rondo and Ajinka. As far as any kind of good deals here, I'm not really seeing too many deals that I have to go after here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try and propose my own trade. And now this is something that I don't see a lot of people do, and it usually yields well for me. Unprotected, get our first back, and why can't they do this? Because they'd be taking on $6 million too much. So can we take on an expiring $6 million contract? Okay, yeah, I'm not going to get Ben Simmons or Embiid. Dario Saric as well. So we'll go ahead. So we get our first and Saric for IT. That's not going to go through at all. They want our 2019 first and our 2020 first. I'd rather not. I mean, I'm okay with throwing in the 2020 first. That's for sure. We can throw in the Cavs first this year. I'm okay with that. So Isaiah Thomas, our 2020, and a Cavs pick for Saric, and our pick back. As far as other players that I might want to take back from that, I mean, Robert Covington, he's got 5 years on a good deal. He's a good small forward, but again, we have a small forward of the future. I mean, I guess I could always go with Covington if, yeah, Saric has got more trade value, and we do actually have we've got Randall at the power forward, but Saric is pretty much as good as Randall is already, and we wouldn't have to pay Randall, could trade him away at the trade deadline. As far as what his potential is, I don't think he's going to grow much higher. I mean, in 83, I think I'd rather, you know what, if this goes through, that'd be great. Oh yeah, we would take on too much cap. So this might go through. And counter offer, they want to give us Marco Bellinelli, but they want that first. So I'll throw in the second, take off Marco Bellinelli. All right, now they want more. I'll give them another second, and I don't want Bellinelli. And they really want that first round pick. So I'm willing to give up another second round pick because I don't think second round picks are going to be that valuable to us. Give up that Bulls second round pick there to get our swap worst with. Oh wait, wow. No, yes, I do want to remove that trade, but I don't want. Oh, I'm so glad I looked at that. I want unprotected, and a pick unprotected there as well. Throwing all that in there, a lot of picks, and they're not interested in this trade, something else. So looks like I might have to find some other way to get that pick. So I'll go to the trade finder here, see what else they would want to get our pick back. 76ers, Jesus, I flew right past them. 76ers there to get our pick back. Isaiah Thomas, and we'd have to take on Jared Bayless. I'm okay with this because, oh wait, swap best with Lakers, swap worst with Cavaliers. We would be getting. Oh wait. I don't want swap rights on them though. That's what I don't. I just want straight up, pick for pick. No swap rights at all. Just give me that pick unprotected because we are going to be tanking, and they have agreed to it unprotected. So we do get Isaiah Thomas off the books. We do take on Jared Bayless. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the deal for Dario Saric to come through, but there's somebody. Now we have to go ahead and see what we could get maybe for Brook Lopez as well. He's on a 1-year deal expiring with $22 million, but he's still got some value. I mean, he's pretty good. We could get J.J. Redick, Tony Snell. No, none of this looks pretty. Not Dwayne Dedmon and Muscala. I mean, that's not bad. Although, I mean, Derek Favors, we'd have to give up a first, though. Zach Randolph, he's pretty old. And his Cantor, I mean, we improve, but we have to give up a first-round pick in the future. I'm not into that business right now. As far as what else? Okay, so maybe I'll actually go manually trade Brook Lopez as well. I did have an idea in mind. He didn't have as much trade value as I thought he did. But I was just looking at rosters, and I had an idea. Dwayne Dedmon there, and a pick, that Hawks first unprotected. If I do that, they're going to want to throw on more, a 2020 in Ware, and we'd have to take on Plumlee's contract. I'm okay with a 2020 top 10 protected. Would that go through? They want Ware for Plumlee again. They just want to get Plumlee's contract off the books. That's $12 million. I don't want to have to take on. Can I throw in the Nuggets second this year? And would that make you happier? Second in Ware for Mike Muscala. Okay, I'm more willing to do this deal because Mike Muscala will be just a backup. We get another first-round pick, another good first, and we do get a person to play our backup center position because Zubac, however you say his name, is not quite ready. So I'm pretty okay with this deal. We're giving up a lot of seconds, but I think that's good. Hopefully they didn't just change that up on me and throw that. Yeah, no. So we do have 2 firsts this year, and they should be 2 high firsts. We have our first next year, and then we don't have any first in 2020, but I'll deal with that coming later down the road here. We're already pretty far into this video. Let's see, coaching now. Well, let's go check our rotation. I'll just go ahead and have them rebuild the rotation. Randall, Dedman, Kuzma I want starting, and we'll play Randall there. Dedman, we have, oh wait, we got Muscala. Did we? We got Mike Muscala. Oh, yeah. I was thinking his contract was the same as Plumlee's, but he's got a player option. Probably don't want him playing like at all, so we'll pump some of those minutes to Fry. We need to go get a backup point guard. I mean, Tyler Ennis, does he have any kind of potential at all? Should I even bother playing him? He's from Cuse, and no. So we're gonna have to go get ourselves Mike Muscala here. Damn it. I'm just gonna let it rebuild the rotation. I'm gonna go ahead and view some of the free agents. See who's available at the point guard position. Ty Lawson here would not be a bad backup point guard. We could also go after Darren Williams. He fits the system a little bit better, but again, like I said, we're not really trying to win right now, but he's a vet. He can come in and, he can teach Lonzo a thing or two. So we'll go ahead and negotiate a contract minimum. Yes, and he is happily accepted, and we will adjust the rotation manually. There we go, and now things are looking actually pretty decent. We have Kuzma, for Randall, and then Dedman there. Mike Muscala, I don't want him getting all those many minutes. And we want to be playing... Oh, yeah, Luol Deng. I need to get rid of Luol Deng as well. So hopefully we can get rid of Luol Deng. There we go. Channing Frye. No, we don't want to do that. Hart will give more minutes to Hart. He can you know what? Hart can be our 6th man. We'll take some minutes away from Dedman here. 25 there is fine. KCP at the shooting guard. We still have 4 minutes to give out. I guess Luol Deng. I mean, I'd like a better backup small forward. Because I am going to try and get rid of him here because he's got a ridiculous contract that I just don't want on the books anymore. We should have a lot of cap space. Luol Deng, Noah Vonleh, and we have to give up a second, but Vonleh's actually not that bad of a player. I don't think he's got much trade value or potential. Yeah, he doesn't have much potential. Tristan Thompson in that contract and Okara White. No. Solomon Hill's contract. No, thank you. Evan Turner. I mean, Evan Turner's a decent backup. Yeah, no, never mind. He's the same as... So we'll do Vonleh. That sheds a lot of cap. We do have to give up a second in the process here as well. Can I take the second off 1-for-1? And Thomas Bryant for Omer Ashik. No, thank you. Will that go through? And they've agreed to the offer, so we have gotten Luol Deng's contract off the books, and our team chemistry is at 32% as well. So the roster is looking a little rough right now. So we'll go ahead and see if there's any small forward free agents we can go ahead and sign as a backup. Derek Williams, Quincy Pondexter, Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes would be he's a very good two-way player. Who fits the system the best though? Matt Barnes. Okay, so nobody really fits the system all that well, but he's a decent 3-and-D guy. We'll bring him in. He wants the minimum, so we'll go ahead sign him anyway. Oh, so we do we have too many players on our team? Is there anybody I want to send down though? That's the thing. Is there anybody? Bryant here. He's got. Actually, we got some players on a 2-way contract. Yeah, I'm gonna want to assign him to the G League. That's fine. Same thing with Peyton here. And yeah, Alex Caruso, 23 from A&M. He's got 70 potential. I'm going to release him to free agency. That's no big deal. And I think we should be good now to go ahead and sign ourselves Matt Barnes because he's going to make all the difference this season, negotiate contracts. All right, so I need to get rid of another player. So, wait, actually, hold on. I want to see if any of our players can play, can Fry... Fry can play power forward. Mike Muscala, Ennis, Bayless, Vonleh. Yeah, Vonleh can't play. But I think I'd rather have Vonleh playing. Does Vonleh have potential? That's what I'm wondering. He's 73 right now. It's just bad with chemistry with 75 potential. I think that'd be better than Fry, honestly, just because, yeah, they want us to. Oh, I don't think I want to give him 20 minutes though. Darren Williams needs some more time. We do. Oh, okay. So we do need a backup shooting or small forward. God, I keep screwing that up. I will go ahead and get that done here really quickly. Is there anybody I could just trade finder for a small forward who's pretty like a Terrence Ross or Terrence Ross here. He's got 2 years at $10 million. We'd have to give up Kuzma. No. Oh, Josh Hart and Channing Frye's not bad. No, definitely not. So I'm just going to go ahead, trade somebody away. I don't know who I really want to trade away. KCP, I kind of want to keep him on the team. I feel like I could re-sign him. Jared Bayless, I can't trade him. Channing Frye, you know what? Channing Frye is expendable. So is there any way I could do... Yeah, but then that's Thomas Bryant as well. JaMychal Green, can I just get rid of him for a pick? Is that an option to go ahead and propose a trade for Channing Frye? To go somewhere for just like a second-round pick. Who would have the kind of cap space? Memphis. Memphis would probably have the cap space, and we could maybe get a second from Memphis. The Grizzlies here. A second unprotected. They actually don't have the kind of cap space. Who's a team that would have cap space? Let me go ahead figure this out real quick, boys. I know I'm making a lot of moves, but we'll get the simulating of the season done here in this video. The Mavs here. The Mavs should have some cap space. Unprotected. Yes, they would. Oh, they can't. Oh, they have too many players on their roster. So it looks like I'm just gonna have to cut somebody on an expiring deal. I'm not too upset by that anyway. As far as players, Bayless has got 2 years left. Ennis, no. I might just cut Bayless, release to free agency. We'll kind of get your teams for the remainder of the player's contract. Ugh, no thanks. Williams, we just signed. Vonleh is fine. Zubac, Tyler Ennis. Yeah, like I said, he doesn't have much trade value. Yeah, no, he's got no potential. So we can release him to free agency. That's fine. He's not going to matter. Free agents, go ahead and get ourselves Matt Barnes here, just so we can get a solid rotation where we got to back up at each position, adjust rotation manually. There we go. And we're not going to start Dedmon. We're going to start Randall at the center. We're going to take some of Dedmon's minutes away. We're taking all of Muscala's minutes away because I don't want Muscala on the team. He's probably going to want to be traded at the mid-season, so I'm cool with that. Vonleh's getting some minutes, which is nice to see. A lot of power forward minutes, but that's just because our two power forwards are there. Dwayne Dedmon, that's fine. Darren Williams, we can up him a little bit to 21 minutes. He'll be up there at the 6-man. Hart, yep, and now we need to give these 11 minutes to Matt Barnes, and that looks like a much more balanced rotation. Now, it looks bad up there at the top. If you guys see at the top, that's the minutes per position. So that's what I have going right now. The goal is not to win, and we have our own first back, so that's great. So the goal is to tank, and we even got that Hawks pick. It is looking barren as far as picks are concerned, though. I must admit that. But I think the season is going to go just fine. So you know what? Let's go ahead, simulate all the way up here to the trade deadline, and if I need to make any kind of rotational changes, we won, and we won again. All right, so we are first in the West. If we make the playoffs somehow, I'm going to just... I don't get it. I don't know how we just won our first two. Okay, we won our first 3 games. Apparently, I'm a rebuild god at 2K. Okay, why? How are we 4-2? No, Kuzma. I don't want to give up Kuzma. Something is going on right now because this team should be playing a lot worse than what we are. We're above 500. I'm gonna leave the rotation as is. Oh, Kuzma has. I'm gonna hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got the rotation all set. Apparently, KCP and Brandon Ingram are doing really, really well. We'll play Randall there. We'll put Muscala at the 5, and I'm just going to leave it as is from here on out because I do not want to keep winning. I do want to tank, and I will blatantly say that right now. Although we are 6-5, 6-6. Okay, without Kuzma or Dedmon, we are playing a lot worse. All right, so scouting assignment, pick the prospects. I like the fact that I can do this. And a guy like, Jaron Jackson or DeAndre Ayton might be nice because we could always have Kuzma at that, Kuzma at the 4, Ingram at the 3. We need to find probably a 2, so maybe Luka Doncic would be one of those guys. Julius Randle for Batum and Page. I don't want Batum's contract, that's for sure. and we're winning. So Dwayne Dedmon has officially been healed. We'll adjust the rotations. There we go. Barnes and Kuzma is out right now, so that's fine. You know what? I think I might just float offers and see what we could get for Julius Randle. I mean, I know he's coming off of his deal here, but we do have Kuzma, who I think has got some pretty decent potential. He's an 84. Where's Kuzma? Kuzma's probably way down there. Kuzma is up to an 85 potential, so we would have the higher potential trade finder Julius Randle. We could probably get some good value for Julius Randle too. No, not JJ Redick. I'd really like some first-round picks, if at all possible. Greg Monroe on an expiring deal, and first from the Boston Celtics. That's John Collins. Yeah, that doesn't help us out very much though. Nicholas Batum, Derek Favors, Zach Randolph. Again, like I'm saying, I want to get worse and get more picks. I'm getting some 2020 picks. JJ Barea. I mean, he's on a very, very cheap deal. Spencer Dinwiddie, Trey Lyles, Bojan Bogdanovic. We could get Nikola Mirotic on an expiring deal. No thanks. Jakob Poeltl, 20. Yeah, that's the Houston Rockets. They're going to be super good. TJ Warren, Steven Adams, Jamal Crawford. It's the Timberwolves, so they're also probably going to be good. Zach Collins and CJ Wilcox. I'd really like some picks, if at all possible. I mean, all right, let's go ahead and check out I want to see what the standings are right now as far as the entire league is concerned. And as far as the entire league, the Hornets are up there at the top, so maybe we can go ahead and snipe there first, or maybe the Bulls first. We have the Hawks first, and that's looking really nice. So I'm going to go see if I can get Randall to the Bulls or the Hornets for their first. So player Julius Randle for... Oops. I would have loved Joel Embiid, but that's not going to go through. All right, I'll be back once I have a trade. Alright guys, so I just made a trade. I am trading away Julius Randle. I'm getting back Ike Anigbogu and the Pacers first. Now the Pacers are towards the bottom of the league. Now I know it's early on in the season here, but I still have a lot of trades to make. And I definitely, I want to be tanking, like I said, and Julius Randle was screwing that up. So we're going to go ahead and start Channing Frye until Kuzma comes back. And there we go. So that should be what we're looking like for the future. I think I'm going to let KCP go, or at least trade him at the deadline, just because, again, contract extensions. We can't re-sign him this year. Channing Frye, we could, but Noah Vonleh, we could as well. But KCP, as good as he is, Caldwell Pope, we can't re-sign him. We can't get guaranteed that he'll be back here. So at the trade deadline, or maybe sooner, we'll go ahead and flip him as well. But as far as the rotations are concerned, they're looking pretty good. Muscala and Dedmon there as well. So I was originally going to... Why does Muscala get more minutes? You know what? Whatever is okay with me. But like I was saying, we are tanking, and I'm making that obviously very, very clear. But we are currently in the playoffs, and that's not where I want to be. Because for the... What the hell? How do we keep winning? We just beat the Clippers. Okay, I was going to say if we beat the Warriors, that would be absolutely insane with this kind of roster. But there are so many good players in the top part of the draft here that I really think we could benefit for the long-term future. And there we go. Now we're starting to drop off a little bit. We did get our own first back like you guys saw, so that one's always good. Barnes will leave the rotation as is. Make him play through it. Why not? Whatever makes us worse. And we beat the Hornets. The Pacers, like I said, I got there first. It's unprotected, and they were towards the bottom of the league early on. Is that for Tony Parker and Hilliard? I don't really want Tony Parker, but that'd be kind of nutty to see Tony Parker in a Lakers uniform. That would be actually ridiculous. All right, so there we go. And here we go. So maybe now this is where we get to the tougher part of the schedule, and we can start dropping off. We lose that one, which is nice to see because these are good teams. We should be losing to them, and we should be losing to them by a decent amount of games. Brandon Ingram, just rotation manually. There we go. Zubac. Okay, so we'll give Zubac starting minutes, and we'll have two centers coming off the bench. Although I can get rid of Muscala here. I think he does have a player option, so I don't want him to accept that player option and screw up my plan. So trade finder for Muscala. See what happens. We can get Justin Anderson, Delhi. Felicio, and Jesus, 4 years for Felicio. Aaron Baines, he's on an expiring deal, but I betcha. Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't have a Boban. Boban in a second. Macklemore. I don't mind getting the second. Vince Carter, bring in Vince, get him in a Lakers uniform just to end the season. That would be kind of nuts. As far as anything else here, I'm really into the mode of getting draft picks, as many as I can, so that's why this one is... But again, you know what? We're going after Vince Carter just because Muscala needs to go. And can I throw in a second here as well? Swap, Worst, Sacramento. Yes, and we threw in a second, and we got it. So why not? I'll just add on that second, and that second will probably be used in a future trade. Just rotation manually, bang. Now Darren Williams is our 6th man. The rotation's looking nice. I don't know why I'm trying to make such a good rotation, but we did bring Vince Carter, and now he's going to be playing David West. No, ew, that's terrible. Oh, God, we beat the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies are so bad. Just rotation manually, bang. There we go, that's fine. I'm going to let the computer do what it wants to do. This is a little bit of a longer video for the first video. They hopefully won't all take this long because we can get a lot of simulating done, and I won't have to make that many trades in the near future. But I also probably should check out my scouts. Vonleh for Munford and Terry. So I'm going to say no because I don't know either of those players. And here we go. We'll keep it rolling here. The Lake Show is tanking, and we beat the Hawks. I guess that's good because we also have their first. So if we only beat the Hawks and lose every other game, I'm cool with it. The Spurs, we beat the Spurs. Blake and Lee and the Bulls want to give me Luol Deng back. No way in hell am I going to do that trade. All right, so we beat the Mavs, who are bad. Oh, God, I don't know what it is. I guess we're a decent enough team where we keep winning, but we're not. I guess we're not bad enough to fully tank. Maybe trading KCP, we can tank towards the end of the season, but we are 13th in the conference, so that is pretty low. The Pacers, we beat the Pacers, who aren't doing as well. The Julius Randle revenge game did not work out, and my face is currently covering the result of the Knicks game. I'm assuming we lost, though. To the Celtics, we lose. To the Bulls, we lose, which is another good one because they'll be contending with us in the lottery. For Cantor and Jack, I mean, I like this trade because Kentavious Caldwell-Pope needs to go, but Cantor would make us better right now, and I'm not looking for that. There we go, another loss. Dedmon in a second for Davis and Wilcox. No, like I said, I'm not in the process of giving away picks, but boys, we got to just trust the process. I feel like, although next year should be the year where we go ahead and really make a turnaround here, because Dedmon for Lopez and no, stop giving me. I do not want Dang. Never in my life will I want Luol Deng on one of my rebuilds. Steven Adams. I really like that. KCP, though, maybe we can go ahead and get another lottery pick. Aaron Williams for Harrison. Negotiate this trade, though. Andrew Harrison is 23. He's out of Kentucky. Oh, yeah, I remember him. He's pretty decent, although he's not going to grow. Darren Williams, I mean, why not? I mean, how has Darren Williams been doing? Has he been... Wow, he's been 12 points per game to his 9. Would be getting worse. It doesn't really matter, though, because it's pretty much a moot point. I'll do the trade. Why not? And the Grizzlies have fun with Darren Williams, because hopefully he makes you guys better. Hart is now starting over KCP, and it might just be time to look at trades for KCP. So I'm going to go ahead and hit those up, see what's going on. And Hill and Smith, Lopez and Majet. We can get Dwight Howard. All right. Zach Randolph, Ennis Cantor. Wow, we can get centers. We can get Blake Griffin. We could get Blake Griffin for Dwayne Dedmon and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That does not help us tank. But boy, oh boy, is that a really interesting thought, to play Blake Griffin at maybe the center and Kuzma at the 4, Ingram at the 3, find a shooting guard and have Lonzo. Something about that is very, very tempting. KCP, Andre Iguodala, Otto Porter, but we give up our first, so I'm going to go ahead and see where the team standings are, and I want to find another team and fleece them out of their top pick. And there we are towards the top. The Hawks have the best lottery odds right now. The Bulls there, maybe I can do KCP for the Bulls pick, or maybe I can go after the Knicks pick. Who knows? I'll go ahead and find a trade, and I'll let you guys know when I'm back. Alright guys, and KCP is officially a New York Knick, and we've got their first round pick for next year. Now, their chances are they're going to be an improved team next year, especially if they re-sign him. But on the off chance that they get worse and they're in the lottery, I definitely think that we're looking good for next year as far as picks. And I will show you guys what we have as far as picks. So we have ours, the Hawks, the Pacers first this year. We got the Knicks and our own next year. And we got the Bucks second. And swap worse with Sacramento, so we got a pretty decent second round pick there. And then we have we don't have our 2020, but we do have our 2021. So we're looking really loaded as far as draft picks are concerned this year. We'll go ahead in the trade deadline, adjust rotation manually. There we go. That's fine with me. Josh Hart, I think, is now getting the start, which is pretty nice to see. Against the Phoenix Suns, we do beat them. We are 13th in the conference, and there we go. So we're coming up here to the AllStar Break. Nope, we're going to go ahead and simulate. Wow, we beat the Thunder. Interesting. And the Thunder are third, and we beat the Mavs as well. So we are winning games now without KCP. I guess he was just holding us back. Now against New Orleans, we lose, which, is no surprise to me because we are not a good team. And that was the goal of this first-year rebuild. So we're tearing everything down here in LA, but, we're going to build it right back up at the start of next season, and let's go ahead and check out all of the All-Star participants and what's going on. So DeRozan Wall, so this is what the Eastern Conference is looking like. And did Lonzo make it? Lonzo did not. I wonder how the stats are looking. There's the dunk contest, three-point contest. Eric Gordon is a knockdown three-point shooter, but we got Josh Hart and Brandon Minion in the Rising Stars game. And on the other side, Lonzo Ball is playing there just fine. He's an 80 overall now, so he's growing pretty well. I gave him the reins, and we're doing just fine with that. So we'll go player stats here. Ingram is leading the team in scoring. Kuzma dislocated his right patella early in the season, but he's coming back soon, so we can get him to start playing again. Lonzo here's got 12 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, 2 steals. Just stuffing that stat sheet full like it's Thanksgiving dinner. Channing Frye doing pretty well for us. Andrew Harrison, I guess, is doing all right. Zubac is grabbing 4 boards. As far as rebounds, Dwayne Dedman's actually getting a lot of rebounds. Lonzo's getting a lot of assists and steals. He's averaging 2 full steals per game, which is nuts. Dedman, Zubac, Ike. I guess Ike's played a little bit. Turnovers, Lonzo got almost 3, but when its usage rate is as high as I'd assume it is, where's the, advanced stats. There we go. Player efficiency rating. Wait, usage. Yeah, there we go. Usage rate. He is the highest usage rate on the team, so that means that out of all the plays we call and out of all the trips on the offensive end, the ball's facilitating through him the most, which is what I want. So, I mean, under 3 turnovers per game is actually pretty good for a rookie. So I'm pretty okay with it. And let's go ahead actually check out the award races for the rest of the league. So LeBron's leading the MVP with 25. Oh, yeah. Russ is almost averaging another triple-double in back-to-back seasons. Steph Curry, Chris Paul, and James Harden both are balling out. Since when does Chris Paul get 6 rebounds per game? Okay, he's got almost 3 steals. All right, Rookie of the Year. Lonzo's right up there with Simmons. If he can get his scoring up a little bit, I don't know if he's going to catch Simmons, but certainly that defensive side of the game, it gives him a bit of a boost there as well. 6th Man of the Year, Kyle O'Quinn, great. Andre Drummond, okay, defensive player. Most Improved is looking like it's going to go to Chris Dunn, except for he's hurt. Maybe Jamal Murray, Kyle Anderson, or Aaron Gordon. Who knows? But that's how it's looking right now. We're going to simulate all the way through here. And there we go. We got through the All-Star game right there. And right now, if we go ahead and look at the league standings as far as lottery odds, we have so there we are there. If we could have gotten the Knicks pick this year, that would have been great. There we are there. And then the Pacers. The Pacers could fall and be another lottery pick. So they're close. They're not quite in the playoffs yet. Hopefully Orlando pushes Indiana out, but if not, we have in the mid to late teens there. So as far as the playoffs are concerned, so we got the Houston Rockets, Golden State Warriors, Thunder, Pelicans, Blazers, T-Wolves, Clippers, Nuggets. So pretty much if you looked at it in real life, you'd be looking at how this is simulating, but then there's us, the Suns, and the Kings. Eastern Conference, the Pacers. So the Pacers are out. They're tied with the Hornets. So go Hornets. Hopefully they knock the Pacers out because the Pacers have played one more game, so that's great. And we could get another chance at the lottery. But I think we're just going to go here right through to the end of the season. If Kuzma comes back, hopefully we can get him in there and playing. And we lose to the Kings, which is great because that makes our pick better. But we beat the Hawks, which makes their pick better. Kuzma has fully healed, so there we go. Kuzma is coming off the bench. Frye is starting, because why not? Ingram has grown up to an 81, so that's nice to see. I mean, I think that's mostly because morale and he's playing well, but yes, I would like to stop here. I don't think I have anybody. Channing Frye will re-sign. Vonleh here. I mean, Vonleh would be the ideal backup, but he's going to want $10 million. He's still undecided. Vince Carter's going to test free agency. Oh, Vince. Channing Frye, yeah, I don't really see the need to bring him back, although it would be a minimum. He might drop, though, so I think I'll just look in free agency. We'll save all the cap space we can until we get to free agency. Now to scout a little bit more. Did I have one going on? Pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. Jose De La Cruz, and there we go. All right, Miami Heat. We beat the Heat. Now we're up to 12 in the conference. The Spurs, okay, we lose to the Spurs. They're a decent team. Portland, yep, we lose to them. They're up there. The Magic we lose to, so that maybe they can push the Pacers down. We lose to the Cavs, which is to be expected. We beat the Nuggets, lose to the Warriors. We'll leave the rotation as is. If Ika Zubat doesn't, he can just play through it. I'm not too upset about it. Now the Draft Express rank. Scouting, this is one thing. Like, if you guys are popping over from Chell, this is one of the things I like about this better. Although there are a lot less prospects, there's only 2 rounds in the NBA draft. If you didn't already know, the Pacers. Damn it. Okay. But more importantly, I want our pick to be the better pick. We beat the Pels, almost knocking the Pels out of the play. We beat the Grizzlies. We beat the we beat the Pistons as well. We beat the Mavs. We're on a 4-game winning streak, a sick late playoff push. There you go. Kuzma's now starting. Hopefully we now lose games, because I do not want to keep winning and ruining our chances at the top pick. If we could potentially get all 3 top picks if the lottery worked out just right. Kuzma, oh my God, Kuzma, injury prone. Labeling him already as injury prone. All right, so the Jazz, we win. Oh, God, we're 11th in the conference now. Come on, drop these last couple of games. There we go. Utah, and we lose that one. Now we drop to 13th. We beat the Rockets. They must have been resting players. And LeBron James is your MVP for the 2017-2018 season, having 26 points, 8.5 boards, 9.5 assists, a steal and a half, and a block per game. And wow. So it's pretty much like his numbers last year, although these are much better numbers than I would say last year all around. Ben Simmons wins the Rookie of the Year, so it was not Lonzo. Jeremy Lin wins the Sixth Man of the Year. Andre Drummond, Defensive Player. Chris Dunn, Most Improved. And D'Antoni is your Coach of the Year. Here are your NBA All Teams, Chris Paul and Harden. Man, some of these teams are nasty. The Pelicans, Anthony Davis. All right, Pelicans, Anthony Davis on the defensive team. Did we get anybody? Los Angeles Clippers, Los Angeles Lakers. We get Lonzo on the all-rookie first team, which is great to see. No Kuzma because he didn't have a really good, he didn't get much time here. And as far as the final league standings, we'll go ahead and check this out. Team stats, sort by percentage. So we finished with the best odds there. The Lakers there. And the Pacers missed the playoffs as well, so we have 3 chances at the lottery, including the best chance. So the worst we could pick is 4th with that Hawks pick. So let's go ahead, simulate these NBA Finals here. And how we doing? Let's see. So the Pacers didn't make it. Toronto swept, so all right, so let's stop there. Portland does beat OKC. The Clippers eliminate Denver. The Clippers moving on to round 2. Golden State's up 3-0 in that series. Over in the East, Cleveland beats Miami in 5. Boston goes to 7 against Milwaukee. 7 here for the Hornets against Philly. I'm glad I didn't trade for that Hornets pick right away, and I'm glad I traded for that Philly pick. And then Toronto sweeps Washington, so let's go ahead and simulate this round as well. We have Golden State versus Houston, and then Cleveland, Toronto. Probably what's going to happen in real life. Let's see what's going to happen. The Golden State Warriors are going to sweep, and Toronto wins in 7. This could happen as 2 seeds face off in the NBA Finals. Simulate the current round, and Toronto wins the NBA Finals. We, the North, takes home their first NBA title and their first crack at it, too, beating the Warriors, and DeMar DeRozan goes off with 30 points, 2.5 rebounds, 7 assists, steal and a half, shooting 54% from the field and 40% from the field. So that's pretty darn good, but that's where I'm going to leave this one, boys. We're going to have to wait and do that draft lottery later. Player retirement, Vince Carter. He retired an LA Laker. Paul Pierce, Gasol. Paul Gasol can come back. Yeah, I'm going to bring Paul Gasol back. Basically, the rule is 77s are iffy. Manu, yeah, I'm going to bring him back. David West, bringing him back. And that's about it for retired players. 77 is my cutoff. In the Hall of Fame, we have Paul Pierce and Vince Carter. Jersey retirement. Nobody got their numbers retired. League meetings, realignment, lottery. We'll do all that in the next one. But boys, this is the start of my 2K rebuild series. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.